it seems to me that both your uh, deconversion from Christianity to atheism and your reconversion from atheism back to Christianity came about as a result of events. It was your aunt's death in the first case and your unexpected miraculous survival from a catastrophic health condition in the second case. So this seems to me something that it might be causal, but it isn't epistemic, if you see what I mean. It doesn't explain why you changed from A to B. It was a trigger, but not a reason to make that particular journey.
Well, um, like I explained, after the death of Danielle, my aunt, that's when I really started questioning God, moving away, because in my mind, it was, how can God do this to, I was a young, practically a boy. How can God do this to such a kind soul? And, how could he be real if he's all powerful and allowing this to happen? Was my logic with that one.
Yes. So
And
at that point, you presumably began to doubt his existence.
yes. And then, like I said, it became eventually linked to politics, which only furthered my my anti-religious fervor.
And you got science and started to study aspects like evolution, or non-creation. You mentioned that you were against the religious concept of creationism.
Back when I was an atheist, I very much was, but well, I kind of do it for a living now. Intelligent design
Really?
and evolution.
Well, tell me
what
about
I do.
that.
What I do for a living is I breed shrimp, and
yes.
So really, I think all schools should have a shrimp tank, because they are absolutely great to learn about evolution. Because I can play around with it and affect it. Say a shrimp's best parameters are pH of 7.5. If you want me to get that down to 7.0 or up to 8.0 for their ideal parameters, it'll take some time. I need to breed them to get to those parameters for several generations.
Yep.
And eventually, they're good. They're there. So that's evolution in work, but I am the intelligent designer affecting it.
Yes. I see what you're talking about. It's what you have done there is artificial selection. Now, what evolution is about, of course, is natural selection without an agent, without a you doing it by choosing the shrimps, putting them together, altering the environment. Evolution is not about that. It's about nature doing it, not any agent at all.
Well, then what do you consider an invasive species? Is that natural or artificial selection?
Well, are you talking about an introduced species or a naturally invasive one? Because, for example, in England, here where I am, we are currently getting some species crossing the channel that we never used to have in this country. There's a hornet that was common in France. And I think last year, 3 specimens were identified here, and this year it's gone up to 11. So that's natural invasion due to climate change, because they're finding we're not too cold anymore, here. But that's different from introductions, because of course, once we got mobile, mankind went about the world and we plucked species from here, took them to there, and we've introduced rabbits to Australia, the cane toad to Australia, where they don't have any predators. They've eaten everything, run amok, consumed all the vegetation, and we've had to control them. And again, this is by human intervention. But left alone, things still change. And that's nature. That's evolution.